But I'm playing this. I'm playing like Dallas's schedule this year, and their schedule's pretty goddamn hard, dude. Regardless of what, like, period. They have the teams they're playing are pretty goddamn good. Yeah. Wichita. Hell no, bro. Who are you? You got what's your favorite team, bro? Oh, bro, bro, nah, bro, don't talk to me. Fucking Jesse Garrett is a shitty person, dude. I can't stand him.
Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Prescott now on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 15 and a first. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Now a play fake here on first down.
God, man, I hate this game.
Steps away to his left. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
There's some glitches on this game that ain't fixed yet.
To his team before the game. Quick start, guys. Let's get out of
Especially
the game
on rollouts.
How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Off play action, Elliott. Here's Prescott.
And of course he fucking fumbles the ball.
Falcons say they have it, they do.
Empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the batter. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
No one else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Swings it over to the flat for Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Brings up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
A big run that time by Elliott, 53 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And his kick is good. Bailey now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground with Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Elliott. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They just get the play off. Now Prescott escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a...
Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Come on. Thank you.
He'll have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
No.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Whoosh. They find some open field here. A big run that time by Elliott. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and send Kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And it's going to make our score 15-3. Bailey now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. The give is to Elliott, and he's going to be met at about the 43. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here's Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10.
Oh, my God.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
No, I'm winning 14-3.
Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, let's go. Ready. Black 25.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Hey, South! Gun! Ready to go!
On 3rd down, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. He's got it.
This game. Oh my lord, this game is such horseshit.
A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Ryan to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On 2nd down, Ryan flushed to it, under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Hey, Tuesday. Got it, back 25. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. A gain of 32 that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A dump off to Elliott. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Ryan. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. So we have and okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan.
Yep. 21-6.
Deep ball. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got
anybody really, but I'm playing with the Cowboys right now.
One target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he can't escape the pressure.
The defense didn't disappoint me. Neither did Zeke. It was the offensive line and Dak that disappointed me that game.
Drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
No, they were breaking loose. If you go back and look at some of the film, bro, they were breaking loose. His offensive line just was not giving them any time. And they didn't do a lot of play actions either. Yeah, they kept doing the fucking read option shit, which is horrible.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the drive with Elliott.
Yep. Well, that's the outside linebacker job. And the safeties, the cornerbacks, like,
They go to Elliott again. Nifty move. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you?
Other than that first half, we shut Cam down, bro. The only thing he did against us was run the ball. And that's our defensive fault, wholeheartedly, bro. That was horrible. That pissed me off so much.
Only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll give to Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
What is he doing back there?
That time by the linebacker, Deion
No
Jones.
way.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's some guys, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants move.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
D-Law about to tear Eli up tomorrow night.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Now Austin. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll run with Elliott. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. And Wilson has it. And now look at
what the fuck, man? Why'd you try to jump?
Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him. Unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Hey, wait.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. This is Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole
He's gonna
lot
stay
of
in
room
that
there.
core
But there's got to
formation
be one
the
positive
entire
to that.
time.
If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Prescott from the gun. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Throw the fucking ball.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big time pressure.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Pulled it at the 24. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
See, you gotta hurry up and do it.
Second down, Prescott. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Prescott now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. 1st down, Prescott.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now the rookie from Alabama, it's Bo Scarborough. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
Blue, landed. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56. All right, now look at 56.
first chance for the backup here to throw. Now he'll dump it under.
God damn it, Zeke.
And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Right! Black 25!
Now Ryan down around the goal line. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there. But like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
White drops it underneath to Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On first down, it's White. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. A play fake, now White. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell McClain in there to get him well behind the line of scrimmage. Gosh, it's a loss of 17, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now Ryan on first down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And some room to work. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Gone.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the change.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now White. And this is going to be incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They give him a gain of 37. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Get up!
Now Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And that one results in 35 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Ryan. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. One last shot for Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.